Hey, Thunderpoke is here, and today I'll explain a movie name, Bound. The movie starts, and we see Michelle with her boyfriend George. When Michelle receives a message from the office, which tells her to go to the office, George says that he can wait till she comes, but Michelle refuses to do so because after a while, his daughter Dara was about to come home. After leaving George, we come to know that Michelle does not like him that much, and Michelle has also been divorced. She is just passing time with George. After that, the next day, we see Michelle in the office. Here we come to know that she works in a corporate company, and the owner of that company is none other than her dad. However, the condition of his company is nothing special because Michelle's company is running at a loss in the last 2 years. That's why all the employees feel that this company should be sold. Then, Michelle encourages everyone and says that even though the company is still running at a loss, with hard work and new deals, the company can be made profitable again. Her dad likes this, and he gives Michelle a chance to prove herself. On arrival at Michelle's house that night, we see Michelle's daughter Dara, who is just like the rest of the teenagers, considers herself intelligent. But Michelle is a little protective of Dara. Further, Michelle takes Dara to the restaurant to have dinner with her, where, while having dinner, Michelle's eyes fall on a boy named Ryan who had a fight with his girlfriend. Seeing this, Michelle feels uncomfortable and immediately comes home with Dara. But then she remembers that she has forgotten her credit card in the restaurant. So, she goes to the same restaurant again to get her card back. This time, Ryan sees Michelle and comes to her, offering her a drink. Initially, Michelle refuses, but soon she agrees. Then the two sit together, drink, and talk. While having a drink, Ryan tries to flirt a lot with Michelle. During this, Ryan tries to get closer to Michelle. Michelle likes all this at first, but later she stops Ryan because everyone was looking at her. Further, when Michelle was leaving, Ryan writes his number on a paper, but when she comes home, Michelle throws the paper in the dustbin. After this, the next day, when Michelle was getting ready to go to the office, she again takes out the paper from the dustbin. Then Michelle was about to call Ryan when she changed her mind, so Michelle doesn't call. In next scene, we see Michelle giving a presentation in the office in which she says that, better than saving the company, we can make our company profitable by partnering with another big company. This idea is also very good for Michelle's dad, and Michelle gives him a few days' time for his research. Then, Michelle was about to call Ryan again to come home when someone comes to the door. When Michelle opens the door, George is outside, came here to propose to Michelle. But, as we all know, Michelle was just passing time with him, so she refuses George, saying that she has the responsibility of her company and daughter, and at the moment, she is not ready to take this decision. Hearing this, George agrees and then leaves. The next day, Michelle calls Ryan while working at the office. But then Michelle's secretary comes and tells her that she has received a call from the company's boss. So, Michelle goes to talk to him. After a while, Michelle gets a call from Ryan, and Ryan was calling to meet her. Michelle also agrees to meet him. Then, Michelle goes to the place where Ryan had called to meet her. There, they both talk for a long time, and here we can also see that Michelle has started liking Ryan. Because of this, Michelle also forgets that she had to go to an important meeting today, so she immediately leaves for the meeting. On the same night, Michelle brings Ryan to her office where no one is there. Here, Michelle was getting attracted towards Ryan because of the way Ryan was treating her. Seems like Michelle liked Ryan very much. After this, Ryan asks Michelle to walk to his dad's office. They both make very passionate love after going to the office. After doing all this, Ryan brings Michelle to a club, from where Ryan starts coming closer to Michelle in front of the guard. But because of the guard, Michelle did not like it at all, so she stops Ryan from doing this. Now, both of them had to spend time together, but they could not go to Michelle's house because Dara was there. So both come to Ryan's house. Ryan shows his collection of things there and explains his fantasy to Michelle. Then, they both get intimate together. Now, Michelle was having a lot of fun with all this, and Michelle started liking Ryan too. Then, Michelle gets a call from her dad, who was very angry with her because Michelle had cancelled a meeting with the boss of a big company today. Although Michelle knew that due to the cancellation of the meeting, her company could suffer a great loss, she became so desperate to spend time with Ryan that she cancelled the important meeting. Then, Michelle apologizes to her dad for all this and says that she will not do such negligence in the future. After that, the next day, George again comes to Michelle's house because he was really serious about Michelle. After all this, Michelle leaves to attend an investors meeting with Ryan. Just then, on the way, Ryan gifts Michelle a different type of thing that used to vibrate, tell her to put it in pants, and Ryan had the remote. When Michelle's dad giving a speech in the meeting, Ryan turns on the remote, due to which Michelle starts behaving strangely, and her dad also notices this. Then, Ryan takes Michelle to the other side, and they start kissing each other while having a drink in the bathroom. For this reason, Michelle's lipstick would have deteriorated a bit. While Michelle is fixing her lips, Ryan stops her from doing so and asks her to leave in the same condition. But the surprising thing was that Michelle agrees to him. When she comes out, Michelle sees Jesse, the boss of another company, the meeting with which Michelle had cancelled. Then Jesse asks Michelle about her idea, and Michelle was telling her that only then Ryan turns on his remote again. Somehow, Michelle talks to him, but after seeing her spoiled lipstick, he understands what is going on here. So he leaves from there. After he leaves, Michelle gets very angry with Ryan and then leaves from there. Further, when Michelle was going home after picking up her daughter Dara, then Michelle came to know that Dara is in a relationship with a boy. Michelle gets very angry on knowing this because she believes that Dara is too young for all these things. During this, when Dara sees Michelle's bad lipstick, she understands what Michelle has done in the party. To know, she asks Michelle about it, and Michelle can't answer this to Dara. Now, because of what Michelle had done at the investors' party, her dad at the office the next day had a lot of anger. But it's here that we and Michelle learn that Ryan is a drug dealer and has been jailed several times for car theft. Now fed up with all this, he had decided to sell the company to Michelle's dad, but Michelle refuses to sell the company and starts telling her dad about her idea. Despite her incomplete preparation, her dad gives her another chance. Michelle works on her idea during the day, and spends time with Ryan at her house at night. In the meantime, Michelle also asks about Ryan's past life, but Ryan does not answer and asks her to leave. After this, the next day Michelle comes to meet Ryan at the same club where Ryan had once brought her. From there, he meets Ryan's ex-girlfriend, who warns Michelle against Ryan, saying that he is not the right guy and can ruin her life. After listening, Michelle comes home and learns that her daughter is not having an affair with anyone else but Ryan. Seeing this, Michelle gets very angry, shouts at Ryan, and drives him away. Dara was very nervous right after the incident, so Michelle takes care of her. The next day, Michelle had to explain her idea to everyone in the office, but her preparation was still not complete. That's why she did not explain anything to anyone, and her father asks her to arrange a meeting to sell the company. Hearing this, Michelle talks rudely to her dad in front of everyone, and her dad throws her out of work for a few days. Now, Michelle was already very upset because of this. In the company, she receives a message from Ryan, due to which Michelle angrily goes to Ryan's house. When there is a scuffle between the two, Michelle cleverly hits Ryan and knocks him unconscious. Then she hangs Ryan in one place and starts torturing him with using his things. In the end, Michelle tells him that if he does not leave her daughter, she will not leave him. This time, Ryan understands that he has messed with the wrong girl, so he apologizes to Michelle. Just now, due to the incident, Michelle becomes very confident and starts working on her idea. Well, the next day, when she presents her idea to the company, everyone likes her idea very much. In partnership, Michelle also meets with Jesse and narrates her idea to him, persuading him to invest. Jesse says that he will come to her office the next day and sign the deal paper. After this, the next day everyone was waiting for Jesse to come. Some people thought that Jesse would not come, but then Jesse comes in and signs on the deal paper. Now, because all this was happening because of Michelle, her dad makes her an equal partner of the company. After this, when Michelle was having a drink with her secretary, Jesse comes there, and here we get to know how Michelle persuaded Jesse. And the movie ends here.